Welcome to Cruise Kibitz, where we give you all the advice that you didn't ask for.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cruise Kibitz. My name is Charvon, and I am from Parker's on the Go.
I am Cheryl, also known as Sig Cruiser.
And I am KeKe from Team Reach Travels.
And as you can see, we were all fighting for the mic this week, but since I guess I won the coin toss, let's go ahead and do it. Today, we don't really have a structured subject. We have a conversation, and we thought this might be something the folks want to talk about this week. Is there still a such thing as a cheap last-minute cruise deal? And I got to tell you, the three of us being travel agents, we have the availability and the need because you guys are asking us, hey, you got any good last minute cheap cruise deals? And we're going to tell y'all, no, they don't exist anymore. It's 2025. What are you talking about?
We have last minute deals for 2027 right now. Would you like to get in on one?
A matter of fact, exactly. Just released last minute deals for cruises.
Right, exactly.
So, ladies, what are your thoughts? What have you been seeing out here in these cruising streets as far as last minute cruise deals?
Oh my God, Charvon. I am fully convinced that the cruise industry has decided we ain't getting no last minute deals no more. They just tossed us out. They said, no, you go pay for these up front, like we said, or you just ain't go get on. Because what's happening right now?
Right. You know, and it's like, even when there are, still cabins available, that's when it's closer to the date. That's when they used to just drop those so they can get those cabins filled. But it's like, no. If you want to get on, even at the last minute, you paying this regular price or even more. So
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, there is a report that just came out that was saying that cruising is actually at its all-time highest, and it is on the rise. That cruising is the most popular form of travel vacation right now, and that's because of great creators like us. But also, did we do ourselves a disservice by showing you guys just how much we love cruising and how awesome it is for you? Our secret is out now.
Right. You can undo your damage by booking directly with us. How about that?
That's how you do it.
But seriously, even I have cruises booked right now that I'm getting like the move up offers and things like that from different cruise lines. I have one where my move up offer is more expensive than what I paid for the cruise. Like, that's how expensive it is to cruise right now. Like, even just to bid on an offer is extremely expensive right now. It's just like unheard of.
Yeah. And it's really gotten crazy. Especially, and it's like, if you get a price or you get a quote on a certain cabin, whether it's a regular price, especially if it's a deal, you better go ahead and take that if you're really serious about going. Because I've even had a case where I gave somebody a quote and they took a day to think about it, and that day that they took, the price had increased already. It was like overnight. So it's like it's really crazy out here. So
yeah. And I'm starting to think these move up offers too. Like, listen, if you're telling me my cruise is sold out, how are you offering me a move up option? I don't understand that, because we booked the cruise on the Celebrity Beyond, and I was checking for a client last minute back in October of last year, and it was like, no cabins are available. But the very next day, I got a move up offer in my inbox, and I was just like, how are you doing this? The cruise is sold out. I don't understand how there's an option for this. Like,
right.
Is the cruise really sold out, or are you holding these offers, hoping that people actually bid for the upgrade? And then you can say, hey, we have a cabin left for this one, but you can move up are they holding a percentage of these cabins just to up so they can put out the upgrade? Like, what do you think?
It sounds like a game of chess, and I think they definitely playing it. I do.
I guess unless they're happen to be people canceling, or unless, well, I think by that time I was going to say, unless there were, how they have different groups that will hold cabins.
Mhm.
But usually by the time at the last minute, they've released all the cabins by then, and it's open booking. So I don't know, but those are just a couple of cases I can think about where it could be possible, where they've gotten cabins from all of a sudden to offer upgrades. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not even. I mean, you used to be able to. Okay, well, I'm going to choose this particular cruise line and maybe go with a smaller ship, and because maybe that'll help me keep my cost a little low. But honestly, a lot of the smaller ships are selling at really high prices right now. So it's like the things that the tricks we used to have up our sleeves to be able to get a decent sailing, they're getting it's just a lot harder to do it now.
Yeah. Shorter cruises versus longer cruises, smaller ship versus bigger ship. None of that makes a difference at this point in time, just because, like I said before, we've done our job and we've done it well. We've showed you guys what cruising is all about, and you guys are falling in love with it. And you're showing the cruise lines that you're going to hang around for a little bit. And because you're willing to pay whatever they ask to get on these ships, they're just not going to drop the price. Yeah.
Not anytime soon. So
yeah. Some of these cruises, like, I won't name any names, but let's say Of the Seas. Man, the difference in pricing. I do notice that they do a lot of supply and demand type pricing, whereas other cruise lines will say, "Hey, this is our current price for this category, and it'll stay until this particular sale goes off." Not that one. You can have a price for something at 6 a.m. and then by 6 p.m. is probably 10 to 15% more. So, when we send you these prices, guys, please remember it is not locked in until you submit that deposit or payment. There's like no, hey, it'll be there next week. Just because, once again, there's just no such thing as last minute deals anymore. Nothing is steady. Nothing is consistent anymore.
Be there next week, child. You lucky if it's the next hour.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's like change within an hour, really.
Yeah,
Really. Yeah, for sure. So, have you guys had any experiences recently or in the past? Not even saying recently. What do you think about pre-vid pricing versus current pricing? And let's kind of dive into that.
Oh my goodness, pre and well, first of all, there's two different ones: pre and then immediately post. Because immediately post was even better than pre.
So, yes, and half empty ships with low cost, and the flight was half empty on your way there too. Oh my gosh.
Those were the days. But
yes,
pre-cruise, I mean, pre that time, I was in Georgia at that time, and I remember, I would fly in for cruises. Can you believe I would fly in for a 3-day cruise? I don't know what I was thinking, but
living like the rest of the world after flying to
flying in for what was that about? But no, I do remember I still took multiple cruises a year, and this was 3 days, 4 days. Sometimes 5, maybe I would take a 7-day, one time out of the year. But it was comfortable. I could do that. I could do that with the flights and getting a hotel and everything. And it was comfortable. Now, oh my goodness, it's like an arm and a leg.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good point too, Sig, because all of those costs add up. And I am hearing more people say, I booked, but now I need to cancel this because I wasn't expecting flights to be as expensive as they are. And that makes a big difference when you got to fly in. And then you don't want, we always preach, even though we take the chance sometime when we got to, right? But we always preach fly in the day before if you can. But that's another expense because now I got to get a hotel room, and those ain't cheap either. So it's like those prices are adding up. The cruises are getting more expensive. but the demand is still there. People are still paying and people are still doing, which means we might be in this for a while.
Yeah. And so, you know what I'm also noticing too, depending on how many ships are in port, the hotel prices fluctuate. Because there's no reason for on the 15th of February, the price can be $79, but on the 16th of February, it's like $300 for a hotel. Like, it ain't that much. Now, come on, y'all. Come on now. Like, it's really like getting into where everybody is getting into the game of cruising, and these the extension of cruising. Like you said, you used to be able to fly in the day before to a hotel,
Right.
You know, but you had to pay for a hotel, but it wasn't no big deal. We're getting to the point now where we ain't taking, like, we just wanted to take a chance, like, because I can fly out the day before and pay $300 for a flight, or I can fly in the day of and pay $75.
Might be worth the chance, right?
Yeah. Like you really have to look at, well, what can I sacrifice, or what can I take a chance on? Just don't let that be the travel insurance. Always get the travel insurance. Don't skip on the travel insurance. But I mean, yeah, but it is like, well, can I get, a lease, maybe a hotel that's further away? Of course, then you got to think about the cost of getting to the port. So then you're thinking about, well, should I just fly in the same day? So it's, like everybody's trying to balance, how can they make, the cost as affordable or comfortable, for a vacation,
Yeah, because there's nothing about being on vacation and nothing comfortable about being completely broke and can't pay your bills when you get off the ship. So you gotta kind of be in a good spot when you go on there, because they don't disappear while you sail away.
Right. Like Brandon said, you still gotta live after this, and he is very like one of those folks who, like you said, okay, if we stay here, then we still got to pay for the Uber. So does it make sense to pay for this Uber to get to there, or do we just go ahead and stay there and bite the cost of it? And it's like it's agonizing to watch, because you really are putting yourself in a position of having to make choices that we did not have to make even a year ago. I mean, y'all know it's been times that I have gone somewhere with y'all and not had a return flight booked. And I'm like, it's all right, I can get a $25 flight back home tomorrow. Ain't no big deal.
It drives me nuts, y'all. I can't do it. I can't.
I'm still drive you nuts. I cannot do that anymore. I cannot do that anymore. It does not exist, okay? KeKe like, please buy your flight home. I'm like,
right. Like, she is kicking it at Playmakers Live like it ain't no big deal that she ain't got a flight home the next day. Like, get it together. You making me nervous.
KeKe said, I'm not even getting on the plane without a flight home. You done got the whole cruise without a flight home. Yeah, we can't do that stuff anymore. That's done.
Then, I also think about, remember back in the day when Carnival used to be a bargain?
Right. Carnival, like, I don't know why Carnival is getting this like really bad rep, because they are not the cheap cruise anymore. Those Carnivals is just as much as the rest of them. Oh,
they're not. It's like I'm pricing. I remember, like, just for a solo, pricing Carnival versus others, because everybody's expecting Carnival to be, the least expensive. But it's like, okay, no, there's actually cheaper pricing over here on this cruise line. So and it's happened like more than once. Now it seems like MSC is the, at least the least expensive of, all the cruise lines. But yeah, Carnival is not really the bargain that it used to be. I've noticed.
Yeah, Carnival need to change their name from the fun ship to the bad and bougie ship, because that's how they advertise. I don't like it. Okay? I always felt like if I could go back and look for a cruise and I want a last minute deal, the first place I would search is Carnival.
Carnival. Right.
Not the first thing I pull up anymore.
No,
it's just
not.
No. Because you're on the same level now, and people, I don't want to hear Walmart of the seas no more. Cut that out. Cut it out, because it's not Walmart prices. Y'all leave Carnival alone now. They said they wearing their bad and bougie cape, and y'all need to get on board.
Carnival is definitely giving Tarjay prices these days. They are not giving Walmart at all. Like I don't see it. So
they went from Sam's Club to Costco, baby. They are not playing with y'all.
Step they game up.
Yes. So it's definitely giving that the price of cruising is definitely not what it was. You may find a last minute deal here or there, but believe me, they are very limited in what they are and what they used to be. So I don't know. What do you guys think? If they find one, maybe they should drop it in the comment and let us know so we can go book.
Please do. Please do. Because I would love to see a fun ship in my future, but man.
Yes.
I have a question for you, Cheryl. So, I know that, we've been talking about our prices with having to fly in and get hotels and whatnot. What about as you as someone that resides in Florida, have you seen fluctuation in like pricing for parking or for like, I think you take Brightline in, right? Have you seen fluctuations in prices with those too?
Brightline, it can depend on, when you book your ticket and the time that you book your ticket. So it's like they have a range of prices, early, very early in the morning is when you find it the least expensive, and then like late at night or something like that. So just like, what you would when you're looking for airfare, there's a range of prices and somewhere it's going to be more or least expensive. So there's always that type of fluctuation. Even like if I'm living here or going to the same station, there's going to be different prices at different days and different times. So it's same. You have to just look for the best price for the time that you want to go. Sometimes it may be going a little bit early and just hanging out, at the terminal, or sometimes it's like, okay, can I make this? Can I cut it close or something like that? So, same thing. Of course, I don't have to worry about hotels. So, the transportation is the only thing. Now I don't have a car anymore, so I don't have to worry about, I'm not really looking at the parking prices or something, but yeah.
I see. I didn't even know that Brightline like fluctuates the prices by time of day and all of that stuff. Yeah.
And we've kind of been utilizing that too a lot lately because it's weird that we can fly in to Fort Lauderdale or Miami, but it's cheaper to, stay or fly into the opposite city. So what we've literally been doing is flying into the opposite city of wherever we're leaving from, and then taking the Brightline to that city. Because even at, like she said, the prices fluctuate. The Lyft or Uber to the next city is more expensive, but we can literally hop on Brightline. If we buy the ticket early enough, we can hop on Brightline for like $20 a person and get there versus paying $50 for an Uber. And then, you can carry on your luggage as long as it's not like a mammoth suitcase. But I've carried on my biggest luggage without having to pay for it. No, I will tell you, level 8 luggage. And if you want the link, KeKe and I both, I think you got level 8, right?
No, I don't.
We'll in the comment. Right. But level 8 luggage, the biggest one, you can actually take that on the Brightline. Okay. So, we've been really utilizing that as well as, just taking, say, for instance, we went from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. We've done that for $20 each. And then we actually walked 10 minutes to Bayfront Park and take the free shuttles to the cruise port.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really only like a 10-minute walk to Bayfront. So we have been having to get real tricky out here on how we're moving because, it's super expensive. I mean, you can take the Miami Metro for $3 and get downtown. It's going to take you a minute, but there's different options you can do to get to where you need to be. But you got to get creative now. Like there's no such thing as anything being as cheap as it was before.
Yeah. The moral of that story is cut the cost wherever you can because it's not going to be cut from the cruise cost.
It's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. The end.
Right.
And also, travel advisors are not magicians. They don't have these.
They're not.
They don't have the rabbit in the hat, the deals in the hat. Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah,
I wish we did. I've been cruising a lot more than
I mean, we have things that we can pull from, but even those have their limits. So, not saying that we can't do make a magic trick happen, but we are not pulling these deep secret discounts out that are coming from 2019. We don't have those prices.
We can't get you a $3,000 cruise for $1,500. Like that's just not gonna happen.
No. Yes.
Absolutely. So, ladies, any other things that you think maybe we might need to touch on, or do you think at the end of the day this is a cut and dry case? Cruises just aren't cheap.
Cruises aren't cheap. But another thing that I wanted to add, because I did have this experience, sometimes if you're pricing cruises on your own, no matter what cabin you want to get, look at the prices at all of the cabins, because I've even had a case where like there was a balcony that was cheaper than the ocean view. So and it's like you just have to look, and it's not advertised, nothing. So it's like you just have to look at the prices of everything.
Yeah,
so.
Royal is good for that, and I always wonder what's wrong with that cabin.
Right. Because I'd be like, what? Because you'd be like, what's the catch?
I gotta pay extra gratuities on this, don't I? Like,
I don't understand. I'm looking at the map to see, okay, what's wrong with it? What's below it?
The first thing I do is pull up the map and be like, where is it at? Is it under an elevator?
This one of them rolls with the toilet right in the front door. I know it's gotta be something.
Ain't no bathroom on it. Ain't no door to the bathroom. Was there a crime in that cabin? Why is this one so cheap?
Make it make sense.
Right.
I'm gonna still book it, but make it make sense.
Right. Put it on hold while you do your research. Look up videos, see if you can find anything on it.
Right. Exactly. Oh, it's going on hold. Oh yeah, and that's our other thing too, and I think we can all three agree on this. If you ask us to look for a cabin for you, we will do our best. If you know that you want this cruise, to put it on hold. Most of these holds, depending on the time frame of the trip, if the trip is not past its final payment date, will only hold for 24 hours. We cannot guarantee that price. So that's not with all cruise lines. That is with some cruise lines, but just know we can hold it, but also understand you can't call me at hour 26 and say, let me have that price, and expect that price to still be there. We just telling y'all something. Make our life a little bit easier too.
Right.
So that's all I got. I'm a hush now. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
I just want to know, when are we going back?
Bring us back to pre-bid cruise prices.
Right.
Or at least the super close post-bid cruise prices. Yeah. All right, Cheryl, what do you think? You think we should
I think we should book early, and then I think we should call this a podcast.
I agree 100%. All right, you guys, happy booking and happy cruising.
Happy cruising.